Poetic beats, poetic beats, poetic beats, poetic beats, poetic beats.
You deserve all the praise. You're a queen and ain't never been less than that. I know that I can call you any time of the day. You gon' listen, I ain't never had to question that. You've always had my back since my life begun. One of the first ones that wanted to see me win. Now the bond that we have is a priceless one. I can never deny that you one of my best friends for real. I enjoy all the places we go, the walks at night and days at the casino. Cherish all the time that I share with you. Ain't another grandmother that compares to you.
Let me tell you about a woman that would do anything for me. Can't express what she mean to me. I'm so blessed she a part of my family. She the best, I don't think you understand me. Yeah, ain't nothing that she can't do. Ain't a mountain too high or a challenge too tough. Made her something she could dance to. Let her know I can't thank her enough. So give it up for my grandma. Go grandma. 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 I can't thank you enough.
This is a song that was meant to be made. You saw my potential before my elementary days. And when I struggled with my grades, you was there to coach me. And when Claude introduced me to karaoke, yo yeah, we was jamming till the speakers blew. I would stay with y'all until the week was through. And what I learned from y'all, I hold close to me. Don't really show me how a marriage is supposed to be. I know life without him is incomplete to you, but I'm here for you, right down the street from you. The love I have for you is as real as can be. If anybody mess with you, they gotta deal with
Let me
this.
tell you about a woman that would do anything for me. Can't express what she mean to me. I'm so blessed she a part of my family. She the best, I don't think you understand me. Yeah, ain't nothing that she can't do. Ain't a mountain too high or a challenge too tough. Made her something she could dance to. And let her know I can't thank her enough. So give it up for my grandma. Go grandma. 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 I can't thank you enough. So give it up for my grandma. Go grandma. Give it up for my grandma. Go grandma. Give it up for my grandma. Go grandma. Give it up for my grandma. Go grandma.
This is First Gen Excerpts.
"16 bars, I got something to say. I hope these 16 lines open 16 minds. When I was 16, thought I had it figured out, till I turned 18 and left the house. 16 years later, I'm rapping for the savior. Everything in between, you could call that favor. But oh yes, I would testify even if it's not televised, cause the Lord's been too good to keep quiet. On the 16th, looking for that 16 from Critter. I heard the 925 on the rise, put that on Twitter. No, I ain't like no other, I can't fit that slipper. Walking to the beat of my own drum, like barumpa bum bum. Life is short like a 16 verse. I know it's 16 beefs, need to put them in the hearse. Cause you win some and you lose some, but it ain't worth. You're losing your life trying to prove something. 16 turning to 32 when your flow's bulletproof and the Lord put you on, he's the one you answer to. Ay, blowing on this beat like calligraphy, hoping that it hit the streets where the pimps and players be. Cause if he saved me, he could save you. No cliche, gave me a new song, switched it up like a DJ. Took me from hypey to holy, now I'm holy and hypey. The life of the party, the demons don't like me. 16 years since I hit the dro, I swear I thought I couldn't live without it, though I'm high off life. 16 years since I said yes, now I'm living my best life. All praises to the Most High. I know some people that make it to see 16, so I refuse to sit back and not intervene. Just cause you're 16, you ain't gotta wait till you're 18 to realize the Lord put great things inside you. He provides, Jehovah Jireh. If he called you to it, then he'll supply all your needs. And he can use anything to get the glory, just as long as you give him glory. When I was 16, I used to want to be famous. Now I'd rather live blameless and make his name famous. When I was 16, I used to want to be famous. Now I'd rather live blameless and make his name famous. 16 bars, I got something to say. I hope these 16 lines open 16 minds. 16 bars, I got something to say. I hope these 16 lines open 16 minds. 16 bars, I got something to say. I hope these 16 lines open 16 minds. 16 bars, I got something to say. I hope these 16 lines open 16 minds. 16 bars. Speak life, not death. More ministry. I've been here the whole time. It's ministry, baby. And you know, and you know, and you know, and you know we from the Bay, so we say. And you know we from the Bay, so we say. And you know, and you know we from the Bay, so we say. And you know we from the Bay, so we say. 16 bars.
I used to shoot all my videos with hooker boys.
Tap on the beat.
I just sat here and laughed. I just sat here in front, thinking about all the good times that we shared. Thinking about how much of a positive influence you play on my life. I wish you was here so I could talk to you just one more time. I ain't no gangster, but you raised me in the hood. I seen the bad and the good. I know you tried to raise your little girl the best way that you could. Now I'm just misunderstood, and I've been through a lot so you can say I'm damaged. Now I keep up these walls cause they take advantage. I can't know who to trust, niggas hella scandalous. Be having on they mask just like a bandit. And I wish you was here to take away this pain, cause now my life would never be the same. I wish I could see you again one more time so I can say hello, what's up? Hello, can you tell me? Yeah, what's up? Can you tell me? I wish you was here to witness this progress. I hope I make you proud. I'm just trying to do my best. It's hard when I think about you. I cry when I think about you. Cause when you was here, you was my biggest fan. Invested in my dream, you had a master plan. Now I do it all alone without your loving hand. If you ever lost a love when you understand. And I wish you was here to take away this pain. Cause now my life will never be the same. I wish I could see you again one more time so I can see hello. Can you tell me?
my videos with Hooker Boy.
But it just ain't no use giving up.
Never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you wanna receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest. I've been told that you can beat or fail with only a try. So while we standing here talking, let's get ready to fly. It's taken too many times, created too many whys, equaling nothing but a reason to make too many cry. Well, flail, ready to give it up. Can bow out now, cat, you barely fill the cup. Half full, half not, halfway, just not gonna be enough to fill your belly past the pot. Cause see, it ain't just you, like it ain't just me. It's like a silent cold of strugglers just striving to be. So let's reach out and grab, like we clutching for life. And it's your last chance to reach, so it's gotta be right. Like you've been watching it grow, and now it's ready to pluck. A fire in your soul is boiling, and it's time to erupt. Prepare to slap box with life soon as it steps in the ring. Don't let up until the ref screams and the bell rings. No give it, never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you wanna receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest. Gave it all for your dreams, never enough. Like being last in session after everyone puffed. Past, nothing but burnt remains. It's alright, inhale, breathe new life and watch the dream relight. Just climb till you can't, then crawl till you fall. If you can't get over, then burrow under the wall. All quitters get in the end, it's a sigh and a grunt. And disappointed stares like you just fumbled the punt. But no one who's reached the plateau of the greats made it to that status without slashes and scrapes. Embarrassing wipeouts and epic falls. Comfort's a no-brainer when it's balls to the wall. Knees to the concrete, forehead to the ground. Fist up to the sky and give your maker the pound. So fear not what's grabbing for your dreams, puff your chest. You want it bad enough, the universe will do the rest. Not give it, never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you wanna receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest. Truth be told, sometimes you gotta learn to give it up. Stand up and hold the rail, no sitting on the struggle bus. You need to stay alert and make sure not to miss your stop. If the ride is rough, ring the bell, jump off and walk. Ain't never been no shame in doing things the longer way. Dreams are relative of time, move at your own pace. The hardest lesson is in tuning out opposing pressure. Life will implode your game and kill you only if you let her. So strap up your vest, lace up your boots and keep your drawers tight. Don't make it easy, cause trying to get this ass will be a fight. You can stand and fold, swing a duck, but go for yours. Don't wait to be invited, smash through any blocking doors. Who asked permission to blow up to the top? You think Blaze gon' ask for okays to make it hot? No fire never starts without a spark, I'm saying. Giving up's never an option, so let's stop playing and get it. Never give in, never give it a rest. Give what you wanna receive, I guarantee only best. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Giving up nothing, take this life and run it. Keep it pushing till it's cookies, crushing anything coming. Gotta take it to make it, till in position to flex. You never give in, never give it a rest.
This is now versus then. This is now versus then.
Get on your mark, let's go. This is now versus then. Burning up your radio, still turning up the heat with poetic on the flow. Got you moving to the beats with the saint as your host. Shout out the collective, hold it down, we gon' clown, that's the lesson. Where Generation X meets Generation Next, with them bangers from the east to the south to the west. Yeah, it's how we do it in Sacktown. Slide to the studio, yup, it goes down. Everybody fall through, these beats gon' pound. Waking the game up, told you it goes down. And this is only the intro. Turn the mics on, shout out to my kinfo. Where you at, y'all? Let's get this started. Turn down for what, we about to start the party. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then. This is now versus then.
What's good with it, planet Earth? What's good with it? And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are rocking with the vibe. It is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025, and we are broadcasting live from the city and state of Hartford, Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Now versus Then, where Generation X meets Generation Next. My name is The Saint, along with my co-host and moderator, the one and only Chanel J. Wilson. Good evening. How are you?
I am good today. I had to turn the mute off. I'm having a great, what is today? Wednesday evening. And I look forward to today's conversation. I'll definitely be moderating here in the chat, so please say hello and we will definitely get to you. All right.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what time it is. Of course, tonight's festivities. Of course, we have with us once again in the building the one and only Cheryl Cooley of Klymaxx. But y'all already know we have to give y'all the musical intro so we can let her know who we are. You let them know, and then you let them know who she is. It's a one-way situation, you feel me? So let's go ahead and get into this. Before we introduce her, let her introduce the music. The name of the track is called Love Bandit and I Betcha. This is Klymaxx featuring Cheryl Cooley, and it is right here on Now versus Then. Let's go.
You know, a lot of people got my name in their mouth. I am Cheryl Cooley. To be honest, I'm the real unruly Cooley, and I'm still playing my guitar. This is my Klymaxx.
Come on, where are my love bandits at? We're Klymaxx featuring Cheryl Cooley, baby. Come on, hey. Love bandit, you're up to no good. Love bandit, you stole my heart. Love bandit, you're up to no good. Love bandit, you can't keep running in and out of my life. You know that ain't right, baby. Take what you want and then you're off in the night. Our love just stays out of sight, baby. Too trigger happy to shoot, jump and shot. One day you're here, the next you're not. I'm gonna love you anyway. You say you're about to leave, but I'm begging you to stay. Love bandit, you're up to no good. Love bandit, you stole my heart. Love bandit, you're up to no good. Love bandit, hey, I'm just here to make you happy. Lock you up so I can set your heart free. You did the crime, so you got to do the time, yeah. Your best behavior is to bring your love me. Hey, you're up to no good. Love bandit, you stole my heart. Love bandit, you're up to no good. Love bandit, come on. Love bandit, you're up to no good. Love bandit, you stole my heart. Love bandit, you're up to no good. Love bandit, come on. won't be fooled again. I betcha. You got me saying, ooh, I betcha. I won't be fooled again. I betcha. I won't be fooled again. I betcha.
Little mini tour that we're going on the East Coast. So of course, there's a lot of preparation and all, getting ready for it. So our first stop will be Philadelphia. Oh, the the 14th, and then we're gonna move on to Bethesda, Maryland on the 17th, and then New York at the Sony Hall on May 18th. So we've been getting our getting ourselves ready, practicing, and getting ready to entertain the fans and just have a good time out there. See some new venues that we actually haven't been to yet, so we're looking forward to that. So yeah, just getting in preparation for that. It's been a high energy kind of hectic kind of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So now now we've been knowing each other since what 2017, and you know musically you have just like kept pushing. What keeps you going? Like what keeps you pushing? What makes you say like, to hell with this, I can retire or do whatever. But it's like, I mean, how?
Yeah. Really, it's the fans. They keep me going when I get on stage and I, see their excitement and enthusiasm about Klymaxx music and Klymaxx legacy. That really keeps me going, and then for them to approach me and tell me about, when they heard that song, whatever their life story is. I really enjoy, playing guitar and getting on stage. That definitely keeps me going. I don't know. Maybe I'm too naive to know I'm supposed to stop.
Hey, I don't know.
I didn't get that memo. But I mean, I still enjoy getting on stage and performing. Of course, there's a lot of preparation. Sometimes there's some not so pleasant moments, but once I get on that stage and feel the energy of the
Hold on a second.
music
Hang on a second. Hold
and the
on.
audience enjoying it. It's all worth it. It's all worth it.
Okay. All right. Hold tight for a second. I don't know what the hell just happened here. All right. Continue.
Oh,
Man, I don't know what the hell is going on here. All right. Yeah, I think it's a lot going on right here. Hold on. All right. We're still good. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to ask you, so I mean, how do you feel about like, are the butterflies getting ready to go, with this tour, and because it's like you're making some real important stops, especially going back to a venue like New York City since the time like way back when Klymaxx was I'm not gonna say in their heyday because it's never in their heyday, but you think it might be? Well, we know that the audiences are going to be different, but you think you may be getting the same feeling that you had, since before since the last time you might have been there.
Um, the energy of New York, I think, will definitely bring out, kind of any kind of, I don't know, form in a place that they can really appreciate, the music and the talent and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. Uh, yeah, the bands will definitely be different. Well, not necessarily. There's been some of them that said, "Hey, I saw you in 19." There be a couple that'll come.
Oh wow!
Was that when you played that? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it's just the energy of the music just keeps me going. It keeps me going, and yeah, the audience may be different, but we have new fans. We have our original fans, and we're gathering new fans and new energy, and that's really the excitement of being in New York again, and Philadelphia, and even in Maryland. Going back to those places. Yeah, the audience may be different, but we'll have the loyal fans, and we'll have new fans that will be coming to the shows.
Now, see that's awesome. But like I said, the energy is always good because I've seen you perform on stage quite a few times over the past 6 years, and you never really miss a beat with that. The San Jose show, I remember that one. The show in Stockton,
Yeah.
with Chris the Go Getter. Remember Chris? You remember that one? We were hanging out during that time, and it's really been great. And it's just like, wow, you keeping going. So what's going on? So what's going on with the ladies? What's going on with the ladies? I sometimes I see Christy online. Sometimes.
Oh.
And yeah, and what's her name? The other one, Danielle. I see her sometimes. Always doing her thing with social media and the music and so forth. And yeah, and I'll see Maggie every once in a while, and these ladies really are truly talented, and also pockets. Yeah. Little drummer.
Yeah.
Little
just
drummer.
like the fate just kind of drew them to me. I didn't know them before this whole concept of doing the Klymaxx Music Legacy, and we each have our own stories as to how we all met up and everything, but they really appreciate the legacy of Klymaxx, and they're very supportive of me, which I appreciate so much because as you know, in the entertainment industry, there's ups and downs, and there's disappointments, and there's triumphs, and I have to say they're really good troopers as understanding when things work, they work, and when they don't, you just find another way.
That's good. Okay. So, I see that because I got a chance to talk to you earlier. So, can we take a look at Charlie? Everybody, Charlie is definitely in the building, and that right there, I got a chance to. I had the opportunity to actually see that at work. I said just a little bit. I know you're comfortable with it. Can you? No, I ain't
Get a
gonna.
little sample, huh?
Yeah, I was trying to get a little something. No, I'm happy with that.
If I had told me earlier, I would set up the amp and everything so you can hear it. Yeah.
Oh
See?
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right now, I'm kind of in my little rehearsal room in the house, but I actually have a rehearsal studio that I built on my house that we rehearse in.
Okay.
So yeah, it's got a a sound system. It's got a bar.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah, that oh yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That
Yeah.
I actually got a chance
Oh
to
yeah,
be that little bar and the whole night. Yeah. Yeah. That was a nice trip with
yeah.
my oldest son. My oldest son took the camera and helped to film the little bit of footage, and we drove down there coming from Sacramento, and
Oh wow.
I had a ball. Yeah, I had a ball that day. Yeah, and that was a lot of fun. Definitely that.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's our little music cave that we go to and put our show together, arrange the songs, create new songs. We really have a good time together. And that's really important a lot of times as far as enduring the ups and the downs. Is really appreciating each other, understanding and supporting each other, liking each other. Because you can be in a band with somebody you don't like, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But we're very supportive and of each other, and that really helps all the bumps in the road. I have to give them credit. There are times when I in my protectiveness, there are things that may happen that I don't, want them to know about or experience or hear that I'm going through. And they always let me know, that we're in this together. We want to know, what you're going through so we can be supportive of this whole musical journey that we're on together. So
Right.
it's really, a comfort to be together with these women and continue to have fun with the music, because that's really what it's about. You got to have fun with what you're doing. It's my passion, and I just really enjoy the music, enjoy the excitement that it infuses in people when they hear the songs. Meeting in the ladies' room and the men all call.
Yeah.
So just the titles, people kind of go, "Oh yeah, I remember that." Even the new fans, the younger fans, they've heard that title. Oh, I remember that title, or yeah, my parents used to play that song all the time. So there's still a connectedness throughout the generations of Klymaxx music, and the girls on stage with me, they they put forth their talent to make those sounds that people enjoy and remember hearing and igniting in their own musical journey and excitement about the music in the era.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. So, tell me a little bit, because obviously you ladies were having a whole bunch of fun with the Love Bandit and I Betcha. I mean, come on, let's see. How did that visual go about?
Well, especially with Love Me, it's about you're out there pursuing your career, your passion, and sometimes you have to remind the people around you, even though I'm busy all the time, I still need you to love me. To not just say, "Oh, good job on that," whatever your project is, but to genuinely just give love. And so we wanted to not make the video so I don't know, heavy. We made it really kind of fun to visually see and stuff, and I really think that's what made the song and the video successful, that you can see it and still enjoy the content of the music. And Love Band, it was just doing what we like to do on stage, just having the fun on stage and performing the songs, live performance of the two songs, Love Bandit and I Betcha, and just kind of putting that in a video. And we've really gotten a lot of good responses, which, I was really kind of surprised because those are actually B cuts of the Klymaxx album. I think it's the second album. Gathering of people that are into the B-sides of music, and so that's what really inspired us to do those videos.
Yeah, because that definitely was like the whole switch, and then boom, 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 and then changed it up, and then bam. That was some genius shit right there. All right. So what we are going to do, what we're going to go ahead and do is we are about to go ahead and get into Love Me, because there's a history with this song that is the one song that I have pushed for so long. Like, that was one of the ones on the bucket list, you feel me? And yeah, because we talked about that for a long time. I always said that gotta get that video, and it was a dream that came true when I finally got a chance to see it. So man, so why don't you go ahead and go ahead and give the introduction to Love Me.
Oh my gosh!
Please take it away. Come on now.
Okay. Well, okay. In those times when you're, just so focused on doing your path in life, and you kind of need a little love, a little appreciation, a little focus and support. You want to just tell somebody, love me. And so this video is just kind of a play on that whole requesting for love. Love me.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what time it is. This is Klymaxx featuring Cheryl Cooley. And the name of this track is called Love Me. This is Now versus Then. Let's go.
Hey, Cheryl, what's going on, Slim? What you mean you don't know? I mean, this is a beautiful day, Slim. What's going on with you? Dog, I know exactly what you might need. You might need a Klymaxx Love Me type of good day. You know what I'm saying? Since we out here in Santa Monica, we got Tony driving us today. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we go ahead and rendezvous that? You want? Okay, hold on. What's up, Maggie? Yeah, we cruising out this joint. Hey, can you call Misha, get Jasmine? I need you to pull up and get Danny and Christy. Yeah, I know. Cheryl need a love me type of day. You know what I'm saying? Out here in Santa Monica. Meet me out there in like 10 minutes. Can y'all pull that off? All right, bet.
If you L-O-V-E me, take me by the hand and show me. Put a ring on it and let me on it. Show me things I ain't never seen before. Then give me all I need and more. Don't give another man space to take your place. And I'll show you that my love for you is here to stay. I'll be true and I'll be yours forever. for you is here to stay. If you love me, I'll be true and I'll be yours forever. If you L-O-V-E-D love me, 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 if you L-O-V-E-D love me. I've waited long enough, waited long for your love. This is what I need, and I need it now. All I got, all that I have, but only if you love me. Hey baby, you know it's not that hard. I'm pretty simple. I'd like to think. If you L-O-V-E love me, if you L-O-V-E love me, hey, give it to me, baby. L-O-V-E love me, if you L-O-V-E love me, I need you to love me. If you L-O-V-E to love me, if you L-O-V-E 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 love me, you hear me now? You L-O-V-E love me, if you L-O-V-E love me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. And once again, the very beautiful, lovely Miss Cheryl Cooley in the building. And this is, once again, Now versus Then, where Generation X meets Generation Next. My name is The Saint, along with the one and only Chanel J. Wilson, a.k.a. C. Jonte. So, one of the things that we usually do these rounds of questions. Now, I know you have asked me before. As a matter of fact, the first time I asked you, this was, what does R&B mean to you? Now, I was about to throw the original, because I was going to say the comparison, and next time I will do that again. We'll get this again. Maybe sometime in the future I'll ask you again and we'll post it. But this time we're going to go with, if you can go back to when you first started Klymaxx, not at the very beginning, not the very beginning of your career, not like where you started, like right with the Never Underestimate the Power of a Woman. That particular, because that particular song, which that is your pen right there. How would you go and talk to that version of yourself? What would you say to that version of yourself?
That everything I wished or envisioned for my music to be popular or professional will happen, because the getting to that point, there were a lot of disappointments, a lot of resistance being a female guitarist at the time. And there were people that tried to discourage me. I always say jokingly, almost insult about myself and say I was too stupid to know I was supposed to fail. But that naivety is what kept me from being discouraged and stopping. So I would have to tell myself then that that paid off to get to this point, having a single record released on a major label that I wrote the music for, entitled Never Underestimate the Power of a Woman. That all of that I went through, I don't want to say paid off, but all of that I went through had a chapter closed in order for the book to be even more amazing than I could have ever imagined. And save your money, girl. I'm telling you, you better save.
Okay, I'm so listening. Yes.
I always tell, new artists, put money aside. Just like they tell you for church, put 10% aside. Do that for yourself. You do a gig and you get $50, put $5 aside somewhere. Because even though there's going to be those times when you're making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and you think, oh, I can go buy this new. You've got to take some of that and put it aside, because there's going to be some times when there's not a gig. There's going to be some dry moments. I wish I could have convinced myself, I'm going to say it like that there could be some dry moments where you're going to need a little nest egg to fall back on sometimes.
Right.
I think that's probably the biggest thing I wish I could have made myself understand. But when you think about young artists, they don't have that experience to understand that kind of struggle experience. All they know is what they've experienced. Everything has come to them. Right. They don't know that there could be moments later that those things don't come as easy. So it's hard sometimes to explain that to young artists. I'm not even saying young or new artists. It could be, somebody getting into the industry at 40 years old nowadays. But if they haven't experienced that sometimes dry moments, they're just going to think that those gigs that they're getting thousands and thousands of dollars paid for are going to continue to flow in time with them.
Right.
So that's why I, always say save money, I don't know, put your money in an IRA. I don't know, buy some stocks, do something to make.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
Something.
Yeah. One of the co-hosts, Chris the Go Getter, shout out Chris, that I think that holds true in every profession. I think that holds true in every profession.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, save your money. Yeah, because, man, the economy is just funny style right now. So,
Yeah, we could have never imagined what the financial atmosphere would be like, now. 20, 30 years ago, we couldn't have imagined we would be at this point now. Right. So, you have to put money aside kind of in the blind for the what ifs. And also invest in your craft. If you're a horn player, don't go buy $100 horn. Go and get a nice, good horn that's going to last for years and sound good. Because you're going to be using it over and over and over again. If you're an artist that paints rocks, get you some good paint that's going to last for years. When you make that art piece and somebody buys it, it's still going to be sitting on their mantle 20, 30, 40 years later and not chipping away because you use cheap paint. So whatever kind of creative that you are, invest in those supplies that are, I hate to say expensive, but that are of high quality. High quality. Just like this guitar I'm showing you. I mean, I got this when I was in high school. And it is, top of the line Gibson Les Paul. I still have it. It's still, I can still go out and play it. I mean, it's quite valuable now, so I don't take it out. But I can still use it in the studio today, these many years later. So when you're investing in your art, your craft, your career, you've got to buy high quality, whatever that craft is, whatever that occupation is, something that will survive and last and give your, if you're making something to sell or to present to the public, it's going to be of high quality. And people are going to pay attention to that,
Right.
You don't want to go into the studio and have $100 keyboard and it keeps going out of tune and everybody thinks, you're not a good player because they don't know that it's going out of tune. They just think you're not playing something right.
Yeah.
So, buy that $10,000 keyboard.
Make the investment. Yes.
Yeah. You're investing in yourself as well as you're investing in your instrument or your paints or your supplies. Even if you build cars, you want to build a car that's going to, last on the road for a time. You don't want somebody to buy the car that you made and it falls apart in 6 months. So you got to have high quality ingredients for whatever your product is.
Exactly. That's what's up.
I really am, because sometimes it's like whenever I'm either practicing or I know I need to reinvest in gear. Like just recently, I was talking with my producer about how I wanted to make some of my performances more live, because I was more of a choir singer or a live singer. And we were doing a lot of tracks, and so when he was telling me about the gear, he said you need to make the investment in this particular gear. It's both, it has the keyboard and you can also program your drum tracks or whatever you want in, but you still get that feel. And I was like, this is an investment, and I know it's gonna make the shows better because the tracks are just not working. That's just how I feel. So I'm just grateful that you said that. I am so grateful.
And let's be for real. When you get that new gear, it's a headache to learn how to work it.
Yes.
Well, because you can get discouraged and go, oh, I'm gonna just go back to my old way. But it is a headache to learn sometimes some of those new ideas that will make your show better. But in the long run, it's worth it.
It's worth it. It is. It is.
Absolutely. And sometimes you can't be cheap about it either. You can't be, you don't want to, you don't want to blow your budget. You really don't want to blow your budget, but sometimes, you have to, sometimes you gotta take risks because, because that's, that's basically, you're starving for your, you're starving for your songs or for your soup or whatever the hell it is, whatever that saying is. It's just that that's just how it is. That's just how it is. You have to survive out there. You have to make sure that your ideas are original, especially because there's so much plagiarism these days. Like, geez, like nobody's making nobody's making any original shit. I mean, you really can't make original shit, but it's like if I heard a song in 2018, I don't need to hear a remake. In 2025. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? No. That's not working.
If you're going to make a remake, or either make a remake that's so different from the original that people go, is that, I mean, you can as an arranger, you can enhance an original song or music, but you just have to use creativity that's going to draw people in. You're not just reproduce what they've already heard.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And that's, and then, and then the music, and then now, and I'm not going to say it's an evil purpose, but, you know, the AI songs.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just not feeling, I'm just never like really feeling that, they'll take a song and like you could do a rendition of Turn Off the Lights, originally done by Teddy Pendergrass, if Frank Sinatra was singing it with big jazz. I mean,
Wow.
turn off the lights. And light a candle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow.
no, for real though. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You taught me something. I didn't know they had that. So
Oh
I'm
my
now be on the look.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen. Somebody took. There was a now there. I can't remember. I don't know which NWA song it was, but somebody used an AI version of Hank Williams, and I think no, the original Hank Williams, the country singer from the Grand Ole Opry,
Yeah.
was singing. I'm not sure if it was. I think it was a good day. I think it was a good day, and I'm sitting up here. I'm like,
Oh wow.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not good.
And when I'm talking about redoing songs, let's take an example of like Dolly Parton's song. What is it? I'll Love You Forever, and then Whitney Houston did her version.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, they're different, and they actually complement each other. So if you're going to do somebody's music, do it in your own style. That
Right.
you can still get homage to it, but it can also give new, I don't know, new energy to the song. And still complement the song. But just to use the same exact sounds and just throw something else on top of it, yeah, that's I don't know, not nice.
All
But
right.
again, I'm comparing, electronic programming to a live performance. I should say
Yeah.
live music, live instrument performance. So it's a little different. Sure. But
Yeah.
the other thing that I wanted to, also mention as far as artists and investing in themselves, people don't talk about investing in their health. Not just eating right, but just, making sure, you have the medical exams or whatever it is that your body needs to continue, functioning good because, when you're on the road and you're touring all the time, that takes toll on your body. That takes toll on your mental health. That takes toll on everything around you that supports you physically because you've got to still physically be right to get up on stage and perform for your audience is expecting a certain level of performance. And I don't think we as artists and creatives really talk about that as much as we should. And I think part of that is because we're slightly embarrassed for being, human in a sense of our frailties that may come about. But it is a subject that we need to pay attention to or share information with each other on how to stay healthy, how to stay agile, how to stay, alert. And a lot of times we just don't talk about that. And, it's fear of, acknowledging that there are some human frailties that we don't want to, take care of. So we definitely, I encourage all artists and creatives and musicians, yeah, it might be scary to go to the doctor, but it's better to know and take care of it ahead of time than for it to come about and put your put your career in jeopardy. You want to be able to still get out there and perform for the fans. So you have to take a proactive stance, a proactive, investment in your health.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like when I had my last heart attack, my second heart attack. Well, let's even go back. Now, a lot of folks, and I'm willing to share this story because this was a progress in action. So, I was driving from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, and later on that afternoon, it was really, really hot on the way to Vegas. I mean, on the way to Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And that afternoon, I had come to see you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was crazy. And my mind was like, it was like really, really fuzzy. And I think and I think I had started, having the effects of the stroke that afternoon because I couldn't really eat, and then I knew I had to do a show that afternoon, but I just wasn't really something was really, really wrong. By the time I got back to San Francisco on Monday, man, I had to go straight to the hospital. I couldn't talk, and and it's crazy because the feeling of losing, kind of like losing yourself in a sense, and you didn't know exactly what to do, and it's confusing. You definitely have to have that mental health check. You got to have that physical health check because ever since then, and even a year and a half later, I still ignored it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. And then the heart attack came. That was it. I started living right after. I started really living right after that part.
Yeah.
Gave up the cigarettes and everything like that.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So
but at least you took care of it. That's the main thing. That you took care of it. We have to remind each other. How's your health? How you feeling?
Right.
Even when's the last time you had a doctor's checkup? How are you eating? Maybe you shouldn't have that extra second cake that you got on the table.
Hey, that's not fair. And I'll be baking cakes too. That's
Maybe you should eat it tomorrow and not today. Why don't you give yourself a break from that second cake? But also when you're on the road, when you're traveling, there's a lot of times you don't have healthy options. So you have to kind of take into consideration that too. Maybe make a list of things that when I'm on the road and I know I gotta go to a burger stand, I'll remind myself, I don't know, to get the salad instead of getting the two-step burger.
Yeah.
You've been eating it in and out. You've been eating it in and out.
Oh, I haven't been there in a while. Now you got me triggered. Ooh.
See, that's cold. Because I can't have no in and out, man. I'm 3,000 miles across the country. Let me get a double, man. Let me get a double for real, though.
Ooh, that's a lot of food. I can't do that.
I just need the burger. I don't need the. Well, you gotta have the fries though, because with that animal style,
You gotta eat it fast. Yeah, but we need to remind each other. How's your health? Have you checked your health? How you feeling? Not just how you feel like, oh, I'm fine, or greeting, but really, how are you doing? And sometimes just the conversation will trigger that person to say, oh, I do need to do such and such and so and so to see if and not even so much to ridicule each other, but just to give self reminders of what to do to keep our agility and health up. So, not just save money, but also save your health.
Health is wealth. What
Yes.
I'm dealing with, the last 5 years now, I've been in a physical recovery, both from unexpectedly breaking my leg in my 40s, never broke anything in my life, and having to relearn balance, walking, all of like that's what the last couple of years has been. With the 12 screws in the plate in my right leg, and that's my dominant leg. So just learning how. So I was performing with the chair for a while, and that was weird for me because I never did that. And trying to just get my body back to a place where I can get rid of the chair. And you don't think about those things until it happens. So health is wealth, not to mention all the other little nuanced things that I've been dealing with too, just with age and all that kind of stuff. But just really taking it seriously. I always ask myself, okay, do I still want to try? Do I still want to do this? And the answer is always yes. And it's like, well, what is your barrier? And it's like, I need to deal with this. I got to deal with the diabetes. I got to deal with health. And, I'm staying on top of most of the regimen. Yes, sometimes you don't want to follow all of it, but just follow it. Just like I tell myself every morning, did you take all your medicine before you went to bed? Because that's gonna mess with your numbers in the morning. So are you doing that? Because that's everything else. Yeah.
And also try to remind people not to be embarrassed about taking care of their health, because you think about some of the big artists that have had to go through health challenges. Like, for instance, Prince had a knee replacement. So, but he kept going. So there's nothing wrong with getting something fixed and coming back and
coming back to do the best that you can, and just and just live and just shine and be like, I definitely got that. Trust the science.
Sure.
Yes.
So
all of it.
So one of the things that in keeping up, with the music and so forth. Now, one of the things I want to ask: are you working on something? Are you working on something new? Because there is still one other song that, and I don't really have that, and it's not in a visual sense, but we're talking about we need to still go ahead the track for Woman, because that is still, and I guess in a sense that's an anthem, but you definitely had a good riff on that song right there, that particular one. Like, that was a unbelievable solo. We're gonna have to probably run that on Sunday, because that is the one thing. So we are going to be doing a Mother's Day brunch musical shot Sunday.
And that song was so perfect.
Yeah. That's going to be something that we're definitely going to do on Sunday, because I have to give a shout out to all the mothers, and mine's been gone for some years, but definitely have to remember the ones that are still doing that are still doing things and making it happen. Still, no matter what it is. All right. So what we're going to go ahead and do, because the one thing I still haven't done, and you guys already know, we still haven't done the conscious moment. Didn't think I was going to forget that. All right. And we're definitely going to do this on the point. So tonight's conscious moment, ladies and gentlemen, of course, the conscious moment is a track from an album. It could be from an EP. It could be from something very extraordinarily special, but it isn't necessarily tailor-made for the radio. And last night, this particular episode that we did last night with Afi Soul, it is still the business. Definitely still the business. And she explained about a song that we're going to play tonight's Conscious Moment, because believe you me, it is one of the most beautiful songs you would ever want to hear. Trust me on that. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Tonight's Conscious Moment comes from the one and only Washington, D.C.'s own Afi Soul. And the name of this track is called The River. You are hearing it right here on Now versus Then. Let's go.
May send you on your stride.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was funny. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Now versus Then, where Generation X meets Generation Next. I am the Saint, and along with my host, Chanel J. Wilson, a.k.a. Cjante, and our very special guest. She's just like a regular here because, well, she actually is a regular here. And I'm talking about the one and only Miss Cheryl Cooley in the building of Klymaxx.
Oh. Thank you. Oh.
Okay. So, what do you, well, in addition to beyond the dates that we talked about, so once again, could you repeat the dates and let the folks know where
Sure.
you're going to be at?
On May 14th, we're going to be at City Winery in Philadelphia. May 17th, we're going to be at the Bethesda Theater in Maryland. And May 18th, we're going to be at Sony Hall in New York.
Okay, that's that East Coast tour. So, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all happen to be in those cities, hey, you can go through, because I guarantee you will be entertained, especially if you still pull the mirrors out. You still pull the mirrors.
Of course.
See.
We got to look at on pause.
That is ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the key things, because I remember the show that we did in Stockton, and I'm looking and I'm taking all of the all the media stuff, because I had a lot of footage that I had to record, and it's like all of y'all just decided, y'all had the music going on, but she has the guitar in one hand, and she's got the mirror in one hand and got it looked, and they all had these poses, and like, what the hell y'all doing? Like, no, like really, like all of them. Even Maggie had the mirror, got the mirror up and sitting up here, hitting keyboards and shit. Like, whoa.
Well, yeah. Maggie does steps right along with us while she's playing keyboard. She does steps with us, so.
Yeah, so that was crazy, and of course, Christy, yeah, we we not gonna stuff. I got to give a shout out to Christy Malone. She's definitely been there, and for those that don't know, that she is the lead vocalist, okay, Klymaxx, and she has been there like since the first time I interviewed the entire band.
Oh wow.
And we had everybody on the phone, and that was good, because everybody always wanted to talk to Cheryl, and no disrespect on that, but the whole idea is that it's part of a band, and you have to be able to give them the respect that's due, because of the simple fact is that you pay good money to see Klymaxx, and you got to be able to know not just one part of Klymaxx, but all moving and working parts. And I believe in that thoroughly. But I'm gonna get them all one of these days, even if I gotta separate them, even if I gotta do separate occasions, because you guys gotta understand, these ladies, and I, like I said, I literally know them, and it's like over the years with all the media and stuff that I've captured, these ladies have had an incredible journey. And I mean, like a real incredible journey in terms of, you know, putting the stuff together. You know, they hang out, rehearsals. I actually had an opportunity. The interview that I had, it was actually a rehearsal that night, and I had actually got a chance to hear a little bit. I didn't get a chance to see it, but you definitely heard it, and I believe that was an interview before its time. So, but at the same time, once I started. And this is the thing. Once I started with asking to interview everybody, now everybody wanted to come along and say, look, everybody had that idea. No, dead ass. Like she'll tell you nobody was interviewing the band up until I first started with that, because I had to give them that proper respect.
Yeah.
I had to give them that proper respect. But after I did that, everybody want to jump on the bandwagon. That's what happens in radio and all that other kind of stuff. You get that one idea and they take it. No, I'm just kidding. It's all right. No, but I'm grateful. But you know what? In a lot of senses, though, I'm actually grateful for that, because if somebody pays attention, then somebody else, if somebody who's paying attention good enough to be like, okay, we need to talk to these ladies. Maybe we need to give them the respect that's due. Then, you follow suit. I have never believed in, if you have a band, there is a purpose for that band. To play music. Yes. You can't just be the lead person and then cut out the rest and just be like, hey, I got it all. But we didn't play. Well, I didn't get a chance to play the other instruments, so you're lost. No, it doesn't work like that.
Oh, wow.
For real. And that's not cool. I've always believed that there are working parts for a reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you let them know. I said, hey, special little drummer, because I'm gonna tell you, I've always called her little drummer, because I promise you, she can do 2,000-3,000 things and still never miss a beat when it comes to her drumming skills. Like, you just gotta understand, like, her action. Like, I've seen a lot of drummers. I've seen a lot of female drummers, and they have had some of the greatest, stick action ever. But little drummer, I mean, she'll serve you a cup of coffee, pour you a bottle of, pour a bottle and tip off, and still get back to the set without a problem. And I think I might have seen that happen. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I had to do it. But no, these ladies are very extraordinarily special. And like I said, one of these days we will get them, even if we have to interview them separate, because they are also, they come together. They do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? They do their own thing. They even have their own music careers. But the thing about it is that they come back together and bring that and form that nucleus, and it's that magic that makes it work. And
Yeah.
I just have to give, I just got to give you, that respect, because many other people, they will do what's best. You'll do something great, and then you set off, and it's too soon, and then you burn yourself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah. You get what I'm saying? To the hints out there that knows, if you got something good, you keep it and you build it, and you build that shit for years. You don't build that shit in like 2 or 3 years. You got to make sure that everything is fleshed out, that everything is copacetic, and you keep that unity.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you might have 1 or 2 pieces that will fall off, but then sometimes you have to constantly rebuild. And this is the best version of this group yet. And I'll put that on everything. Seriously. You got to understand that since 2017, when I started interviewing these ladies, and I categorized the journey all the way back to the original I don't know if it was, I think it was the 1990 something VH1 interview. We don't really talk about that, but I've always believed that you see the foundation, you see how it unfolds. And for many years, I saw this woman just like, she done went from whoop, whoop, whoop to thumbs up, and all along the way. And I got a chance to read about it, seen it, and lived it. Boy, I'm telling you, man, some of the independent artists that I have dealt with, I'm telling you, I'm going to share the stories, and believe you me, y'all would never believe it with the stuff that I've seen in this industry, and it's crazy. But Cheryl, you've been with it for a long time. You've been with this for a long time. And
determination. Perseverance and determination.
Yeah, you will.
That's why I said I would say it like that's what I see.
No, we will always support you, bar none.
Yeah.
All right, so quickly, I'm gonna go ahead and give the shout outs. First of all, shout out to the folks that are outside, and I mean outside of the chat room, the ones that just tapped in and just hit the link, and not necessarily signing in, but we like to interact with you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it helps. Ladies like Afiso, like Miss Cheryl Cooley, these are the things, they take the time in their busy schedules, to come rock with us. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we do. We like to keep our friendships tight. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing. So, Roxy Hart, 82 of Hartford, Connecticut, owner of BGU, Black Gamers United. Thank you very much for tapping in. The one and only Chris the Go-Getter. That's my ace right there. Chris is my PR specialist, and we've been rocking for almost. No, I'm not even going to break out that number that starts with T and ends with Y. No, we're not doing that. But she's been my ace for many years. We've dodged a lot of bullets out there in these musical streets, and it's crazy, but it's worth it. And of course, Sejante, thank you so much. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my brother, the greatest from South Central, in the building. Definitely appreciate you time coming in. As a matter of fact, that was the band that with the stroke, that same afternoon, and we were supposed to do a radio show that day. See, that's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. And then we got Nita Bear Hug. Definitely appreciate you tapping in. It's always good because I see you around sometimes. And I think that is it for right now. So, Miss Cheryl Cooley.
Yeah, I got
Let
that.
us know.
Oh.
Let us know. Well, after the tour, what are you gonna do after the tour? We already know what you got coming on the tour. What do you think? What do you have for your summer? What do you have coming in the summer? I know you got something coming.
Uh, yeah, actually, it's really open right now. What I did forget to say is that we're also performing in Vegas on the 31st of May, and then after that, my schedule is really kind of open. I do have a milestone birthday coming up. I'm not going to say what number, but anyway, I don't know. I mean, somebody might be planning something I don't know about, but I mean, I'm grateful to still be here on this earth for the many years that I have lived, and again, as I say, still perform music. I'm just kind of open and wait to see what the universe throws in front of me.
Now that I can attest to, cause yeah, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we love entertaining. We love to have these conversations. We love to have the friendships, that we make over time, because there was a time when I'm not going to say that, stars, in this world is too small for folks to not be able to communicate. And with Cheryl, I've had a very fortunate good time and learning and building a friendship that that just went beyond the just the radio, and just being like, hey, you're an artist, I just play your music and forget about the rest of you, and then get the next hit. And people keep relationships like that, and in this industry, that's far and few between, because you're here one day and you're gone the next. And it's like music collaborations, especially with the media and so forth, those are very, 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 very small. Very small. It's very hard to keep friends in this business. But with the very few ones that I do have, I am glad that you are one of them. And I am always grateful to you, Miss Cheryl Cooley. Unruly Cooley. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get... Oh, see... Chris 11, I see you. I see you. Hey, you already know what time it is. Shout out to Chris 1121. She is a awesome streamer. Y'all make sure that y'all follow her. And Chris 11, meet Miss Cheryl Cooley of Klymaxx. Say hello there. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to depart, but I want to thank everyone that tapped in tonight. Make sure that you follow us here on Twitch. Make sure that you follow us on YouTube, which is First Gen Xers 8414. We are also on Instagram. I am also known as Saint 4 Aces on IG, as well as Agent K28 Saint K28 on TikTok, I believe. I make sure I get that right. I think I got it right. And because we're trying to get on TikTok, we're actually going to be trying to broadcast on TikTok one of these days.
Yeah.
So we're trying to actually, get that into work, or we might just, just have a powwow, and getting in these panels and start talking about stuff and talk about the issues and what have you, whether it's entertainment or whether it's whatever. Yeah, and Sajante will be right there with me on there. So
yes, I will.
So,
I wanted to say I put all links inside of the chat. Please follow Klymaxx on all social media. I also put the upcoming tour in the chat as well. If you're in the East Coast area or Vegas on the 31st, go get a ticket. We love you. We love you. We love you, Miss Cheryl Cooley.
Oh,
I didn't even share my story of how I saw y'all. Well, okay, I won't say how old I was, but I was a little girl, and I always watched music videos in our living room. And I remember seeing Men All Pause for the first time, and all I kept thinking was, these women are so cool, and they're making music, and I want to do that too. That's literally what I said. So that was like my first spark of seeing something to inspire me. So I just wanted to share that with you today. Yeah, I was little in the living room, just like, I want to do that. That's all. That's cool. That's all I kept saying in that moment. That is cool. Every moment.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for sharing the story. Oh, wow.
See, Cheryl, see? You got it. You got it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to thank everybody for tapping in, and man, it's good. You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, we are going to go ahead as we always do. Now tonight, we close out with the track called "My Business" because we definitely need to play that because I haven't heard it in a few shows, so that's what it is. But everybody, please make sure that you follow Cheryl Cooley on all social media platforms, along with the very, very energetic Klymaxx featuring Cheryl Cooley. You already know what time it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, I say peace, one love, and I'm out.
Bye, everyone.
I don't have the time to worry about anything else but me and my life. There's too much going on and I have no room in my mind. Please remind me why I should care when you've never been there. I'll drink my water, coconut oil in my hair, coconut oil in my hair, coconut oil in my hair. One time for the business owners, one time for the graduates, one time if you're just trying to pay the rent. One time, one time. I just want a peace of mind. I just want a peace of mind. And I mind my business. Can I mind my business? I'm gonna mind my business. Can I mind my business? And I mind my business. Can I mind my business? I'm gonna mind my business. Can I mind my business? It don't cost a dime. $1 no fame. Take care of them. They don't have to know who you with, where you go, what you did, who you sexing, who you texting. I'll drink my water, coconut oil in my hair, coconut oil in my hair, coconut oil in my hair. One time for the lovers, one time for the self-loving care, one time for the hustlers, one time, one time. I just want a peace of mind. I just want a peace of mind. And I mind my business. I'm gonna mind my business. Oh.